On the dirt. No, no. Oh my God! Look at you! Yes! Oh my God!
Aww.
Aww.
And when will Mom?
I don't know. What's that emo? How would you?
It.
My friend Riley told me about it. You just. Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna go watch live.
Brandon! Jeez! Why are you so excited? Yeah, I just decided to do this swing, and there's something already. I hate when it does that, and I really do not want to restart my stream. This time.
That's going to be very, very tricky to keep these cars digging down to your point, Jeff, with the mechanical grip. You got to get that motion. The motion is grip. Yeah. Getting over on that right front to get the turn that you're seeing with these cars, but you can't be too far because if it digs in and damage, you're going to be. Hey guys, to that outerwear piece on that grill that you were looking at, talking to a lot of teams this week, they Velcro those on there. They can easily change them, especially.
Now I completed a whole red night set. So I got all the red night. Guys, this used to be my favorite skin. I mean,
Everybody's gonna get dirty. Who do you bring as your sponsor? That sponsor here. Bring it.
Like I guarantee we're all gonna be using Tide after today with all the dust flying around down here. 43 car Merrick Jones, you see him right now, just rolling back in on the racetrack. They had an issue with that car initially in practice, so motor kept shutting on, turning off on him. Didn't know why. They came in, diagnosed it, found out the battery was actually coming plugged and unplugged. So I got to imagine that's something to do with as rough as this racetrack is. Maybe a little oversight that
but I'm gonna I mean, I'm not texting Ryan right now, but
Running some, done a lot of dirt racing.
I think Kurt was expecting him to get off in the corner a little bit more. No, it's like this. Go faster. And this is going to be interesting. You see him, they're all digging for the bottom. This is kind of like the old Bristol.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the fun is going to be back.
The fun aspect of this, and this is why I cannot wait to watch this race. If I'm a fan, I want to be in the grandstands. If I can, I'm going to be on my couch tuned in. Look at that.
They tore it up. Now, something I saw, Clint, you and I have talked about this. When Kurt Busch had to jump on the brakes right there, that car turned left, because what these teams are being able to do is maybe not shut it off completely, but adjust the brake bias from right front to left front to help that car rotate if you tap the brakes.
They tell you need to do it in a hurry.
You need to get on the brakes hard.
Hey, here's a pair of dirt track guys. You got Ricky Stenhouse out in front of Austin Dillon, who won a modified race here last week. And this is what I didn't finish my point. Imagine that, guy. So what I was saying is that anticipation. If I'm sitting out here with my buddy, and he's drinking a beer saying, hey, I'm going to go up there to the run the restroom, I'm watching these guys go. He's holding that crowd up, just like the days of old at Bristol. That's the spinner, the R2. Mark Truex. Told you.
Took him 30 minutes, man. I expected it to happen much sooner.
Now he's double dipping. He's running the truck race as well as the cup race, and had a spin in practice in the truck as well.
Let's take a look, see what happened. Here's coming off of turn 4. It's Chris Buescher ahead. He floats it up top there. You can see look how dusty and dirty it is up there. Not a lot of grip until you clean that off.
And that's because they're all running around the bottom. When they get up and start moving around, you're going to clean this track up. It'll widen up. Then you'll be back to racing side by side. Well, Clint, how do you know where the limit is if you don't do that at least once? That's exactly how you find it. Just don't hit anything. Right. Jeff and I found it yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Mike, talk about a diaper.
I didn't do very good, Mike.
Well, I was needing a diaper yesterday. I was Clint's passenger. We'll tell you more about that on Sunday.
You mean in the car, not on the grill?
Yeah.
Okay. He was wishing he wasn't.
Have you ever ridden with Clint?
It was I guess it's payback. I never had an opportunity to pay him back. I was going to have to rank myself, but I was going to...
Exactly what I was thinking.
Kinda hard to do this, like multitasking.
One of the things I like about Chase Elliott is how diverse he is on all the different types of cars. He hasn't done a lot of dirt racing, but he's driven a lot of different cars, and he has done some dirt racing, some midgets actually on dirt over the off season. But he's just a talented race car driver with a very good race team, and he's got teammates in Alex Bowman and Larson that have a lot of experience. I expect Chase Elliott to be strong this weekend.
A couple of guys I've noticed pay little attention to the timing, because cars that came out late, working traffic, Austin Dillon, you saw he's won. JJ. Yeah, we're doing a little dirt farming of our own here. As practice rolls by.
Where is this guy landing at?
Powerhouse organization.
I gotta cut you.
Let's start our own team. We need a mini good. No, I agree. I'm not being acid physically. I'm more of a podcast body. We need all the help we can get.
I hate hockey and I don't like kids. They don't make a sign for that, believe me. I looked.
It does not matter.
I think I have
How many
gotten,
times you get back?
I haven't really used the Red Knight this season. What, Brennan? Go pick one up. Where is it?
Diane retired and opened that pottery studio.
How did you come up with all these backstories?
I got help from a pro. My financial professional explained to me all the ways Nationwide can help protect financial futures in people.
Nationwide can help the Greenfield Lifetime company
Okay!
help set up a financial plan for Mrs. Garcia.
And he explained how nationwide could help Mr. Paisley retire early and spend more time with his pal Peyton.
And their new band.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Don't forget the band.
I haven't.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G from America's most reliable network at no extra cost, and plans to mix and match so you only pay for what you need.
The plan is so reasonable, they can stay on for the rest of their life.
And on top of that, nobody gives you more entertainment you love, like Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus on select unlimited plans, and Discovery Plus on us. You even get one of our best 5G phones on us when you buy one, and it all starts at just $35, only from Verizon.
Why should your business go hybrid? With a hybrid cloud approach with IBM, you'll have the expertise of a team designing best-in-class strategies for your business, the same way a pit crew makes this car hub. So you can focus on, you know, winning.
J.J. Yaley in the 53 this week was passing a bunch of cars and then went for a spin at turn 4.
Everything looked perfect, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
That's how quick it happens on dirt.
I don't know how many times I've said that to myself. Man, everything was going so good until it wasn't. You're going to see a lot of that Sunday, for sure. So we're about halfway through this practice session, and let's get Chase Elliott's thoughts after his last run.
I honestly can't tell a huge difference other than maybe I just have a little more drive. Just in general, like is it, the back tires are a little more hooked up. I can't tell if that's the changes or, it's the track, to be honest.
A lot of conversation, and that's what I love about this challenge coming here. All the different theories and philosophies on setups, springs, shocks. Larry, I mean, what are these crew chiefs talking and telling you about with all the fun and excitement they're having trying to set up for this race?
Yeah, it's almost a little bit of a crew chief's nightmare because Chase nailed it right there. That's what a lot of crew chiefs told me this week is, we want to make changes to the car, but the track changes at such a rapid pace. And that's also going to be the challenge in the race on Sunday for those 2 stage breaks when you're going to be adjusting on these race cars. Are you adjusting to what your driver's telling you that the car's doing, or is the track going to change and throw that adjustment out of kilter? It's really a crapshoot. And back to the 9-car Chase Elliott, I've been watching his throttle. He never goes more than 75% wide open on neither straightaway, on no lap.
Hey, I would think your mentality needs to be about a 75%. 100% is going to get you in trouble on a racetrack like this.
Boy, that turn 1 looks awfully bumpy right now.
Well, it's what I'm seeing is it's starting to come apart a little bit. Right where your right rear goes, if you see that getting into 1, it's developing a hole. That's because of that weather, in my opinion. These heavy cars, we knew that this was a potential that's going to happen. You'll see this thing get in, and it's right where the right rear is, where those cars load up. Right? Boom! Right there. There's another one. Sometimes, Jeff, when a track's this slick, that's a little bit of side bite. Kind of look for those at times.
Oh, yeah, you're looking for those dark areas because that's grip, right? There's moisture in that area. It's not black and dry and dusty, but you gotta have a car that can get over. So not only are these crew chiefs having all these other challenges, they also have to set these cars up to handle those bumps.
Look at that. That looks like somebody dug a hole for a foundation.
And all that is just the water that gets retained in it.
There's about 40 of them out there.
Daniel Suarez did a 30-lap run. Adjust and adapt. Seat time is 23rd quickest.
See Kyle Larson right here.
He's got the best best 10 and 15 lap average so far.
Guys, you were talking about William Brown and that 24 going through the bumps. I've got all types of camera shots of the track surface. I'm looking at 3 different shots, and it's like I'm looking at 3 complete. It varies, which is the other challenge about trying to make changes to make the car better.
And that's a product of that rain. Going right back to the rain.
Oh, dang it, he took my kill.
You've got some soft spots that you're trying to work over. And that's inconsistent with these crews, and you're hearing the communication with the drivers, the feedback that they're giving them. This track is ever changing, so they're trying to keep up with it in practice. Can you imagine
in turn 2 get way up and out of the groove, kicked up a huge bunch of dirt, a bunch of dust that is, and that's a good road for some changes.
It's pretty typical, in my opinion, when you have practice and cars are starting side by side. You're going to clean up that bottom groove. It's going to be the preferred line. Barbecue folks do this. They line these things up for heat races. You're going to blow off that middle and top
I'm
groove.
gonna land on this guy.
If it stays like this, where it's black slick, then you're going to have multiple grooves. If you're going to
Supplies, bud.
On a restart, it definitely, I think it's going to be lines.
Well, I definitely spooked him at first.
It's going to be really, really slippery, slick on the outside. Have trouble. Restarts. Suarez back out on track. He and Cody Ware are the only drivers to make runs of 20 laps or more.
Well, and that tells you a lot. If you compare Suarez and Cody Ware to, say, like a Kyle Larson went out there, ran 2 laps, came in, ran 3 laps, came in, 4 laps, came in, before he started making longer runs, and that's because he knows what he wants and what he needs in that car. These guys are searching. They're like, I have no idea. Let me go make a bunch of laps.
And it takes me right back to your question at the top of the show, Mike. How everybody utilized their practice getting ready for this and prepare themselves. A guy like Suarez, he maybe wasn't in that race last week. I want out there, give me some laps, Jack. That's what I want. I need big time.
All right, this is the first of 2 practice sessions for the Cup drivers today.
I'm Jason Tatum. Check out my Subway sub with delicious turkey and crispy bacon.
I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub with tender steak and melty cheese.
My sub will help you put points on the board, unlike some other subs.
Why would you say that, Jason?
Hey man, I'm just talking about subs here.
Oh, come on.
My sub is going to throw down.
My sub has more rings than your sub.
My sub has bacon.
Choose better, be better. And now buy 1 sub, get 150% off in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
But not Jason's sub.
Safe or sporty?
So, what do you think of practice so far?
So depends. Today, they're taking a smarter hybrid cloud approach.
I mean, the track looks okay, but I thought...
It's getting really bumpy. Wait, what?
As an engineer, we built our 5G nationwide.
I've never seen that glider.
Do what they love in Verizon 5G quality.
Is that in the battle pass or?
In cities, we have ultra wideband.
Or was that last season?
What glider?
The one that you just used.
5G built right, only from Verizon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all. Maybe not.
When it comes to home buying, pretty sure isn't sure enough. Find the right mortgage with a local broker and Rocket Technology. When you need to be certain, Rocket can.
Join ProGlide.
Louie!
It's time to get virtually every hair on the first stroke.
Whoa!
So you're ready for the day, with a fresh face for a fresh start.
Where is he? Oh my god. Yeah, you got him.
For a limited time, get a fifth card.
Sorry.
Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Oh yeah, that was from last season. This glider is from last season, but you had to do challenges.
Wait, what's that one? Looks like that one board from Surfway Surfers.
Oh, let's jump in the Wayback Machine.
No, Surfway Subwords.
Boy, NASCAR used to be back in the good old days. Remember when racing was great? Well, when Richard Petty won that last race on dirt, he won it by 2 laps. There were 2 lead changes. John Sears went a while at the half-mile Raleigh Fairground. Benny Parsons led a bunch in LG DeWitt's car. And once Richard Petty took the lead, he never looked back and had a 2-lap margin in the bench.
You know, the sad part is, Jeff, we would have had to go back and watch that race. He didn't do that. He knew it. No, I would have had to look it up on the internet. He didn't do that.
He knew exactly what happened. He remembered it. I can't remember how I got here.
Not to Bristol. I want to know if the King was giving Eric Jones some tips racing on dirt.
You remember who drove this number back in the day? And his numbers look just like Richard Petty's, just in reverse order. Hall of Famers. He was good on dirt. All right, Regan on one of the 3 weekend favorites.
right, Mike. Austin Dill, somebody that we all expected to see towards the top of the board. Things not going quite so well early for him right now, though. He's 32nd on the board right now. Just bumped himself up a couple positions. Actually, they've been struggling to get that race car to point straight for him. He can't get it to point straight soon enough so that he can get that run down the straightaway. So a lot of work's been going on in this car. They are making some small gains with it, but they need to keep going and finding a little bit more for the driver who was the inaugural endurance race in the Truck Series winner.
Next Riga down here is Stuart Friesen.
He's not afraid to hang it out.
Well, whoa, bit right there. But going back to what you heard him say and it wouldn't point, in my opinion, it takes me right back to Jeff talking about all the different strategies, the mentality of what crew chiefs think that they want for this. You got to remember, nobody's ever seen this. It's a think game. This is nothing more than throwing darts and hoping that this works. I feel like forward bite. I said forward bite's going to be such a crucial issue. I bet you that they were working on forward bite to focus off. And if they're forward bite, if you have good dig off the corner, that's going to be at the expense of turn in the middle of the corner. You got to find a happy balance there.
But let me take you back to Chase Elliott's question. How do you know? Is it the car that needs adjustment or is it the track change?
Well, that's what you love about dirt racing.
Exactly.
I'm gonna level with you guys. I'm really wishing I was out there. This is a fun game. You guys are a lot of fun, boys. But I would sure like to be down there complaining about my race car right now.
I'll be honest, I haven't missed it a whole lot since I retired. I'm with you on this. I missed this. I wish this had been around when I was driving because this is cool. I love racing on the dirt and just didn't get back to it enough when I came to Cup. And man, I would have loved to have done this.
Well, if you were in the 24 right now, there'd be a whole lot of shaking going on. Look at this.
Well, they don't have these kind of bumps on iRacing. William Byron's like, wait a minute. You know, what that's a product of, I think, Clint, you see the left rear is very soft, trying to get that drive off, right? You want the car to squat down the back. It's just...
I'm going... Lazy Lake boy.
The other thing I saw right there is exactly what Austin Dillon said he didn't have and needed more of with his car. That car, he's just moving up in the float right there a little bit. But he got pointed good and got dig. Well, when I talk about dig, it's exactly what you need to have. You see all the time on the radio. I need to get that left rear tire down. On a track like Martinsville, I need to get that left rear tire down and dig straight off the corner.
And you see how black this track is getting. Here is Kurt Busch's crew talking about the track rubbering up.
Yeah, louder here. You have to think at this point it's starting to rubber up, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
something like that, mixed up what the tires are doing. Yeah, like obviously it's past slick. It's starting to think rubber because it's kind of a bluish tint. I don't know much about it, but you would think with the speeds the way they are, it's not getting any slicker. It's going to be going the other way.
It's not rubbering up. I can tell you why, too. Lap times are still going down. If it rubbers up, lap times are going to pick up.
That's right. All of the top 25 fastest laps were set in the first 5 laps of this practice.
It's going to be interesting when we move forward to Sunday, tire strategy. Who's going to put tires on when they are. We're seeing fall-off right here. I don't know where my crew chief's at. He's eating ice cream in there, working on the rig. But what's our fall-off look like, crew chief? How am I doing?
Well, Clint, they got us in a box Sunday, buddy. The only time you're going to get tires at the end of stage 1, end of stage 2. Other than that, I'll just be enjoying my ice cream.
The procedure will be very different on Sunday. You cannot gain or lose the spots on pit road on the stop sequence between stages. Chase Elliott, watch those hands. He's hard.
I'm Jason Taylor. Check out my social. Delicious turkey and crispy bacon. I'm Draymond Green with my son.
I'm Draymond Green with my sub. I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub.
Hey man, we just talking about subs here. Oh come on. My sub is going to throw down. My sub has more rings than your sub. My sub has bacon.
Choose better, be better.
My sub has bacon.
150% off in the app. Subway, eat fresh. But
not jinxing sub.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain.
What's the difference?
I'm pretty sure these owners aren't the murdering type.
Certain.
Let's go with certain. When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, Rocket can.
Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair.
Because I'm probably not gonna dominate. I'm probably not gonna dominate this match. I'm probably not gonna get a lot of kills. I'm probably not even gonna come in the top 10. Anyway.
For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge.
Want to make a name for yourself in gaming? Then make a name for yourself. Even if your office and bank balance are far from glamorous. That means expensing nothing but pizza.
Your expenses look good, and you're a little set for the month.
Going up against this guy and pitching your idea 100 times.
No.
No.
I like it.
He likes it. And you definitely love that.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, banking, and live bookkeeping.
12 minutes to go in the opening round of practice. We'll have another practice for you a little later on here on FS1. For some of these drivers, first time they've been on dirt.
My white sneakers are not going to end well this weekend.
Did you forget where you came from? You brought white sneakers?
I bring white sneakers every week, but I'm not wearing them to a dirt track. I'm getting my dirt shoes. I got dedicated sprint car late model dirt shoe edition. Come on, look, I started on dirt, man. My first race was on dirt.
That is a really cool picture.
Hey, I gotta tell you, that car, we called it.
How many times do you do that in your career?
My gosh. Oh, it was cool.
That's fantastic.
Shake the flag around.
So glad you brought. Is that a Cobra on the front of your car?
It absolutely was.
Yeah.
That was a Rice chassis out of California.
It's about what he was like.
I'm not the only.
A Cobra on the racetrack. I got bit by that thing one time in Phoenix.
Hey! Look at this guy.
So,
Oh my.
He's a young Clipboard.
This old sport's been hard on me. Hey, true story. That fire suit right there, I didn't know where it went. And a guy called me a couple weeks ago and said, hey, I got this fire suit. Would you like it? I sent me a picture of it. I can't believe it. I got it back. I can't fit in it.
So, how did you come up with 79?
The year I was born.
That's
when we all raced together. I had both brothers and I race, and you know, in motocross, it's all across the board, run in different classes, modified, stock. We all had different motorcycles. My dad was keeping up with 8, 9 motorcycles, so he just said, "Hey, we're gonna keep this simple. You're born."
Plus, that was easy. That's probably his computer password too.
Exactly. That's good to know, Mike. But you know, it's cool. He's keeping that tradition going in his family because his son Cash, born at 14. He's number 14. Of course, his dad was 14.
Look at here. All right. Cool.
Oh, hey, guys, I said I don't know if you can wear those tires out. I lied. Pretty good. Well, you guys see the third tire from the bottom right there. That is the right rear tire off the 24 of William Byron. 9th on the board right now. Just finished up his practice. We're hearing a lot of chatter about guys starting to lose forward drive. He starts to wear it out. That's a beautiful sight in my eyes.
Absolutely. Oh, man, I wish we'd have that on the asphalt tracks like that. But that is going to be, we were talking about that forward bike, the traction, the throttle that these guys are carrying. Larry was saying he only had 70% throttle. You're going to have to treat that old throttle like it's got an egg underneath of it. Be easy on the gas. Keep those tires rolling. Because if you wear them things out, that's massive lap time.
Wait a minute. I thought we weren't supposed to be able to wear these tires out.
Yeah, that's why I'm not a crew chief, Mike. Because that's what I thought. I thought these things are pretty hard, but man, I'm gonna tell you, that was eye-opening to see those tires.
Well, here's the bad thing. That was only 36 laps on those tires.
Well, the other thing is, you know, you look at tire wear. Usually, we always talk about this. You go to an asphalt track. We just saw it at Nashville Speedway this week. They were over there testing, was wearing those tires out. We know on a concrete asphalt track, it'll only get better. Here, not the case. It's just going to keep wearing out.
This is a guy I've got my eye on this weekend because if you look at the dirt background that he has, a lot of open wheel racing, but he's run auto cars, the big, heavy stock cars on dirt, because that series runs on dirt. I think this is a guy that I expect to do really well.
He's needing a good run. You know, he needs a shot in the arm, some confidence for him and his team. This is a huge opportunity for them this weekend, and I agree. I think they'll shot.
And I bet he came in with some confidence, so that's a good plus. Here's another guy, dirt background, Ryan Newman. Again, like I look at myself, my dirt background was open wheel cars, maybe a wing on top. You ran full fender, more, not stock cars, late models, modifieds, all that stuff. Huge difference. Those cars are built for dirt. These cars are not at all.
Not at all. I mean, this is hey, they call them stock cars for a reason, and I'm telling you, compared to a dirt car that runs on a track like this, these things are box stock in my opinion. Not a lot of suspension, not a lot of travel. Those are all things that create grip.
Hey, you saw Kyle Busch up there, what you call a fluff, and Art Truex gets right underneath him, drives right on.
Hey, he's doing it. No cushion at all.
No grip up there. It's going to take more than one Kyle Busch to get the fluff.
And restarts and things like that, they're just going to keep widening that track out.
Jay, I've been watching Brad Keselowski. This is a guy who came in here. I don't even know if he did a whole lot of prep, has no dirt experience, not even sure how much he was looking forward to, but he's a champion. He's a great race car driver, and he's showing it right here. He's doing a nice job keeping the car nice and straight right around the bottom, running some great laps.
But I wouldn't be following Kyle Busch. I know Kyle Busch is another champion really well, but I'd be out there following the five-ball, one of these guys at the top of the board in the heat. That's the guy that I need to follow and learn as much as I can.
To your point, Brad Keselowski has won dirt late model start last week in Georgia.
I'm Jason Tatum. Check out my Subway sub with delicious turkey and crispy bacon.
I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub with tender steak and melty cheese.
My sub will help you put points on the board, unlike some other subs.
Why would you say that, Jason?
Hey man, I'm just talking about subs here.
Oh, come on.
My sub is going to throw down.
My sub has more rings than your sub.
My sub has bacon.
Choose better, be better. And now buy one sub, get 150% off in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
But not Jason's sub.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people can do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Gillette Pro Glide. 5 blades and a pivoting flex ball designed to get virtually every hair on the first stroke. So you're ready for the day with a fresh face for a fresh start. For a limited time, get a 5th cartridge free. Taking you back? Since way back. Freshness and softness you never forget. The Downy.
Oh.
A week from tomorrow, MLB is back on FS1. The Braves face Bryce Harper and the Phils. The Dodgers take on the Rockies on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Final 4 minutes of practice. That's Terry Ford down there on our camera at inside of turn 3.
Did we not gear him up for a dirt race?
man, we got to cover him in a poncho, goggles.
Hey, I tell you, he's going to appreciate that he had those headphones on. At least his ears aren't going to be full of dirt.
Oh, we have a caution in turn 4, and it's J.J. Yaley. Same song, second verse.
JJ, another guy, got a lot of dirt back, experience.
Yep, USAC, triple USAC champ. Here's what happened.
He just come around. It was already gone. It's almost exactly what we've seen happen earlier.
Man, I want to say thank you. I know Bruton's watching. Thank you, Bruton. You let us come in here. We're making a mess out of your place, but we're having a lot of fun doing it. Good luck cleaning this place up when we leave.
Regan, who's quick?
Oh, Mike, we're down here. Alex Bowman, number 1, position 1 after practice so far, Alex. Number 1, how good is your race car? And how much fun is that on the racetrack right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure. Pretty happy with our Ally Camaro. Everybody at HMS worked really hard at guessing, I guess, on the dirt side of things and just trying to use a little bit of knowledge that we do have. So it's a lot of fun, man. It's a blast around here. It's going pretty well so far, which I think is really good. Feel like on long runs we're lacking. It's like I just kind of burn the right rear off and can't stick the right rear, kind of center off, can't make any drive, but we'll keep working on it. Obviously happy to be P1 after practice, but we definitely have some work to do.
You told me right before we came to or before we came on camera, we should have done this years ago. It's so much fun.
I love what I heard right there. Has to take care of these tires. It's been a long time as we transition and keep going, evolve with the tires and the program and the cars, the setups that we have. Today's day and age, it's almost a qualifying lap every time because that tire is so good on an asphalt track that it just doesn't wear out as a course. These things takes me right back to the old days when I first came into this sport where you had to take care of those tires because you can make your money on both sides of the run.
And that, to me, is where experience on dirt is going to pay off for some of these guys like Austin Dillon who's riding on board with.
In this final minute of practice, he finished 6th in a truck race at Bristol.
Tell you what, his consecutive lap average is pretty solid, pretty sporty right here.
Oh yeah, he's second to Larson on the consecutive.
His teammate Briscoe is well too. Second looks like on average for Briscoe. So big turnaround, big opportunity for Stewart Haas Racing. They've been beat up pretty bad. I'm gonna talk about those 14 cars, right?
Best consecutive 15 lap averages in the lower left, led by Kyle Larson, who has wins in truck, Xfinity, Cup, the Rolex 24 Hours, just about every dirt track race ever.
Tyler Reddick, another one that I feel like is going to be really competitive this weekend. Already showing it. You see that in his lap average. He did really well the other night. I drove that iRacing car. I don't know if you watched. I didn't make the feature because I didn't do a very good job taking care of my tires.
I was on the broadcast. I didn't see you make any laps.
Oh, God, D. Shots fired.
Didn't try to kill me yesterday in the car.
We'll be back to wrap this up.
I'm Jason Tatum. Check out my Subway sub with delicious turkey and crispy bacon.
I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub with tender steak and melty cheese.
My sub will help you put points on the board, unlike some other subs.
Why would you say that, Jason?
Hey man, we're just talking about subs here.
Oh, come on.
My sub is going to throw down.
My sub has more rings than your sub.
My sub has bacon.
Choose better, be better. And now buy one sub, get 150% off in the app. Subway, eat fresh.
But not Jason's sub.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
He said I should try dancing instead.
Our family never settles. We go all in. Like this Nissan Sentra. It has power. It has style. It doesn't compromise.
Let's get back in there.
Let's do it.
Refuse to compromise. The 2021 Nissan Sentra. Get a low of $139 per month lease, or get 0% financing for 60 months on Sentra.
The Coke, the cherry, the vanilla. Such a perfect combination. Almost too delicious to be true.
I'm gonna open 2 beers. Okay. You tell me what sounds more refreshing. This one? Or this one?
Sure.
Agreed.
The second one.
That's 2 for Bush.
My body is truly powerful. I have the power to lower my A1C.
But then my body can still make its own insulin.
And Trulicity activates my body to release it, lowering my blood sugar from the first dose. Once weekly Trulicity responds when my body needs it 24/7. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin.
It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include indigestion, fatigue, belly pain, decreased appetite, nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about Trulicity.
First round of practice is complete. We'll have another round for you here after the trucks have their chance at the track. Alex Bowman, quickest overall lap, and his lap was faster than the first 17 holes on the paved Bristol Motor Speedway. When this track was new, so a little bit more of working the track, and you know, we have Alex Bowman quickest, and let me look at this lineup of the fastest laps in the second half of practice. Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Joey Logano, Martin Truex, Ryan Newman. And this is the point in practice where I start paying attention. Even down there in the car, if I'm looking at my board and the guys are doing their work, I'm looking at that because, A, they've learned the racetrack, they've made the adjustments, now they're putting tires on, and they've got their bullets shaking.
I'm a kid, like on Christmas morning, Mike. I'm having so much fun just seeing all the different things, all the different philosophies of setups, driving style, learning the track, how it's evolving and changing, and seeing which guys are excelling at this and doing it for the first time. So much fun. This is cool.
So now everybody's had a chance to see what works, what doesn't, and how tires wear. We're going to have some race out for you, then truck final practice, and then cup final practice. And we'll see who's quick.
Yeah, all right. I heard Clint say this is the time where he starts to pay attention. The question is, how long does he pay attention? Thank you guys so much. Of course, the historic weekend of dirt is off and running. Welcome into NASCAR Race Up on FS1, presented by Wendy's. It is here, everyone. It is dirt. And of course, it's Bristol, baby.
Racing's roots run deep in the dirt. Through valleys and over mountains. Sometimes we get back to these roots. Back to the mountain. Back to the dirt. This track reminds us of a time when valor was measured against the mountain. Hard known. Long rapid racing. Bristol is what we once were. Committed to life. Invincible. But the mountain can be moved. Dirt can bring victory. The roots planted in these mountains, cultivated by those that weathered storms. And taken legends. The path of glory is cut through rock. For 60 years, always reminding us the mountain is meant to be covered.
welcome to the show. I'm Shannon Fink, along with my friends David Reagan and, of course, America's crew chief Larry McReynolds. I mean, Larry, you just saw all those highlights. Racing's past, but you've been in the sport for so long. Can you remember a time when we've had such a build-up for a race?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I would say let's go back about 27 years ago when we took the Cup cars to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I have not remembered this much buzz since maybe that race weekend there. We've been talking about this for weeks. We've been talking about it for months. We were talking about it before the 2020 season ended, and now here we are with cars and trucks on the dirt at Bristol Motor Speedway. I think no matter what role you play, it's going to be cool to look back and say you were part of this.
Yeah, it brings goosebumps almost. And I wasn't a big fan of this idea when they threw it out first, Larry. You know, I thought, man, you know, Bristol's such a great track the way it is. You know, what are we doing? But, man, to see those trucks and cars out there, they're getting sideways, they're slinging some dirt, they're running through some small potholes. I think the racing's going to be great. And, hey, I'm just glad we've got some practice, some qualifying races. The first time we've had that since the Daytona 500 weekend. So a lot of fun stuff to look forward to this weekend.
And it was cool because I came in and I saw you sit in the makeup room and you were glued to the TV watching the practice. I think people are really excited to see what's going to play out on Sunday. And it's not just the racetrack itself that looks different. The banking, the track itself has changed.
Well, yeah, and I think so much needs to be said about what Steve's doing, the people up there at Bristol Motor Speedway, what they've done. But they were told, look, 26 to 30 degrees of banking is too much to run a dirt race on. So what they did, they went in there and they put all this amount of dirt in there, and you can see they took the banking down from that 26 degrees down to 19 degrees, and it widened out the racing surface by almost 6 feet. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's basically the width of another race car. But how did they take it down from 26 to 19 degrees? What they had to do is add about 9 feet of dirt at the bottom of the racetrack, and at the top, only a foot, 12 inches. That's how they took that roughly about 7 degrees of banking out of that half-mile racetrack.
I can't wait to see them try to clean all that up. When the guys get on the racetrack, what is going to be the difference in terms of what we see when it's a regular Bristol than this weekend?
Yeah, Shannon, we're going to have a lot more slipping and sliding. You know, with the concrete surface, you can drive the race car really hard into the corner. You could carry a little bit more speed through the center, and you had plenty of forward drive on the exit. But with the dirt, you can't drive in as hard. You slip and slide through the center a little bit, and you talk about a worn-out racetrack, Atlanta, Homestead. This is double that. You know, you really are slipping and sliding down more.
Oh, it's so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. Can't wait. This, of course, is one of the weekends that David just spoke about. We've got practice, a little bit of normalcy. Looks like a short while ago, Alex Newman and Christopher Bell was no one wanted to see that. Kyle Denny, Kyle Larson in fifth, and Chase Briscoe rounding out the top 10. All right, so we mentioned Bowman. What'd you see out of him out there?
Well, he was fast right out of the gate. The first lap on the racetrack was the fastest lap for him and the fastest lap for that number 88 team. So the track changed a lot. Fired off, and just 10 to 15 laps into practice, he was already 1 second slower in the 21-second bracket. So the track's going to change a lot.
There aren't a lot of Toyota drivers, but you know they're kind of going, we've got Christopher Bell and you, don't. And of course they were watching him.
Well, and
today.
you think about it. I couldn't think of a better driver to go to school on because honestly, Martin especially, but Martin and Kyle both, very little dirt experience, even though Kyle was up there running one of the divisions last week in the Bristol Dirt Nationals.
All right, if you're Christopher Bell, you saw Martin Truex Jr. do what he did during this practice, what would you say?
Back it down a little. We're going to see Martin
What?
here. He's by himself. He's driving into the corner. He kicks the car sideways. He's going to step on the gas, and it
Hello?
just goes a little too much. But, you know, you're finding the limit here, and thankfully he didn't hit anything. I think you're going to see a lot of that in the race. You know, the dirt tracks are maybe a little bit more forgiving, like Larry said. The race so you're going to have those guys. They're going to sit out. They're going to refire the engine and get back going again.
All right, Toyota's got Christopher Bell. Chevy's got Kyle Larson. What do you think about what you saw?
Well, I think all fingers have been pointing at Kyle Larson weeks before going here. But what I watched with Kyle Larson, I just think this has to do
my party's public if you want to join it.
He went out there and made a 2-lap run, a 3-lap run. He knew what he was looking for, and once they finally Cliff Daniels gave him what he was looking for, he went out there and made a very long run, and he seemed to be good and consistent. But this track right now, the condition it's in, it's hard to find consistency because it's changing so rapidly.
It will change so much.
What do you need to know? But oh, by the way, your mic's glitching.
Keep your eyes on the track. It's going to be exciting. And of course, we're not the only ones who for this weekend.
Do you have like a mic plugged in or something?
Plenty to say before arriving.
I called up a buddy.
Maybe try and plug in a mic and see if that's better.
I hope it's muddy. I hope it rains a lot, and we still somehow decide to race. I just like slinging mud, not necessarily dust, but I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much because no one really knows what to expect.
Bristol Dirt will probably be one of the most exciting for not only the drivers but the fans.
I think we're all kind of curious to understand what it's going to be like and what it's going to take to be good.
You know, I have never raced dirt in my life, but I'm seeing Bristol as a challenge. I'm really looking forward to perform well.
The Bristol Dirt race is really challenging because I'm just not a fan of racing on dirt in general.
Wait, you don't have a mic? You don't have a headset?
I raced 4 times when it was concrete. Now I'm throwing dirt on it, so I've got my work cut out for me. A lot of people probably point to me as being a favorite, but it's way different than the dirt racing I'm used to.
I loved hearing what Kevin Harvick had to say, right? I mean, as a driver, David, you always want to be challenged, and he's challenging himself even more so because he's in the truck race as well.
Oh, let's not lie. Kevin Harvick would love to be at Michigan with a 4-second lead. With the gas pedal to the floor, but then no, he talked about the trucks and the cars.
It's the Hunt Brothers pizza car, right?
Nope.
I could almost see the smile through his mask. He was having some fun. So a guy like Kevin Harvick, he's a great race car driver.
But he's driving in the truck series as well.
Wait, how funny? Or you can put it on like
wait, did Mom and Dad just pull into a driver? Yeah.
Kidding. But buckle.
Your poop is coming.
See him doing any of these other races that other drivers have been running, but I think the more he runs, Kevin's smart. Kevin's like a sponge. The more he runs, the more he'll pick up in a day.
Brennan. Larry just said Kevin's like a sponge.
Wait, oh yeah, you can't rewind it.
It was funny. Larry was like, Kevin's like a sponge. He will just soak up the track. I can't remember what he said exactly, but.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers. Cut the fanfare.
Okay.
So don't hold on to your seats.
You just cross Kevin because
the quesalupa's cheese.
Your mic's like it cuts out every word you're saying, basically.
5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built.
Ha.
The show started.
Come on. Trust
do
me.
you
I'll trust you. Like with the dollar horse.
enough to give chance must be first
So, wait. You can't go that way. Watch this.
Why?
Backstage. Trust me now. I never doubted you. I did for a second, but
I know I
Toyota. Let's
I only have 5 V-Bucks. Yeah.
Why do you have
Well, because I got 25 level up for a battle pass the other night.
Easy. With fuel cards, you get better negotiated discounts at some of the top merchants.
And then all rest of the V-Bucks I got from the battle pass I just spent it. Like, I basically spent it all, and I think I have like $2 left, or
costume change.
What custom change?
Costume change.
You were like, come on, let's go, and he moved out of a way. Did it? Let me down. No. Can I what? Can It's on public.
If you guys friends,
150-mile radius of the track were tested before the perfect combination was found. The weekend menu presented by Wendy's.
It won't let me join your party.
Both the Camping World Truck Series and the Cup Series. Then truck race coverage kicks off at 7, and then on.
It won't let me join your party because you're on PlayStation 5 and I don't have a PlayStation 5.
Before the Cup drivers get their turn at the track. Hey, our boys Jeff and Clint, they jumped in a 2-seater for a few laps around the Bristol dirt track.
Oh my god.
Nice job, by the way, keeping that thing out of the wall. I don't know if that was just or what.
I'm wondering who was really driving that car. If you want to know, you can check it out Sunday, 2 p.m. Fox Race Day. And one guy we'll all be looking at on Sunday is, of course, Christopher Bell. His racing resume is flooded with wins on dirt tracks. And big wins. 3 Chili Bowls, Eldora, a USAC Midget Championship. So, of course, when NASCAR announced drivers would race on dirt, Bell's name was one of the first mentioned.
I know you're
as a
watching
favorite. So what does Bell think of the dirt and his start to
I'm watching what?
find out.
A podcast.
I'm not watching a podcast.
Got your win early at the
A
Daytona
broad.
Road Course. Has that kind of given you some leeway to do some experimentation and really prepare for the playoffs?
Go to your.
Oh no.
Knocked out early, completely
I can
changed
go
the way that we
to.
attacked the season. Going into the season, Adam and I were sitting down talking about how many points we needed to score per event to make it to the playoffs. And then race 2 of the season, that all goes away because we were able to win.
Well, you mentioned your crew chief, Adam Stevens. Obviously, a ton of experience he has, a championship-winning crew chief. What has he been able to bring to the table for you so far?
Experience is the biggest thing. You know, he's had success at almost every racetrack, if not every racetrack. So really cool just being able to lean on his knowledge and know that going to the racetrack, you're going to a place where he knows the ins and outs of it.
Next up is the dirt race at Bristol. You're one of the few drivers in the field who has a ton of dirt experience, a lot of success in the dirt. So you're probably not nervous about this at all. You're excited, right, for this?
Yeah, nervous is definitely not the right word. I'm really hoping that we're able to go out there and just put on a really good show. I'm expecting my car to be able to run well, given my background and my experience. But I just really hope that we as a group can put on a quality show and make it a good race.
I wanted to ask you about the Chili Bowl because you've been to that event many times, you've won it numerous times. It gets pretty rowdy there. What's one of the strangest things you've seen at the Chili Bowl?
There was a kid sitting in the area, and he had like $100 bill on a fishing line, and he had it, throw it out there, and people walking by would try and grab it, and he'd reel it in. So that was pretty funny.
Wife, Morgan, you've been with her for many, many years. And what is one thing that you do at home that just annoys her beyond belief?
I leave empty water bottles on my bed, and that drives her crazy.
There's been a lot of talk about this on Twitter lately between your Joe Gibbs Racing teammates. Which one is most likely to be late for a competition meet?
Definitely Denny. Definitely Denny.
There you go. Thank you so much for your time, Christopher. We wish you the best of luck, of course, this weekend in Bristol.
Thank you.
So That's great stuff. Thank you so much.
Hello?
So, when you talked about Kevin Harvick having like a big red X on this weekend, you know that Christopher Bell had a big red circle. He's got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, he is feeling good, Shannon, and I do believe what he said.
Invite, join me on Fortnite, like on Fortnite, not on PlayStation.
They've already got 3 top 10s this year that win. It took him 12 races last year to get to 3 top 10s. So he's got speed.
How do you put
and he's
your...
got speed this weekend. So sometimes the guys
How do you put your what?
they don't have that pressure behind them. So
What?
if you can go and be smart, race hard. We don't have a good race car. He very well lane, but he's going to be having fun. I got to imagine.
Yeah, the direction that this team is in, what do you think?
Yeah, I get a little concerned. If you take that win and you slide it aside, they finished 16th in the Daytona 500 and have the controversial wreck there early in the race on the back straightaway. But to David's point, 2 other top 10s at Las Vegas and Phoenix. But the 2 races they seem to struggle were those slick, no grip tracks in Atlanta and Old Speedway. I expected them to do well there, but I will say
so you know where by a PlayStation button is, you click the options button and you so you click so you click the options button, then no, you don't click. Yeah, you click the options button, then like on Fortnite, then you can see your username. And it said, and it shows a little like gearbox thing. So you just click on that, and you click on party privacy, and you can set it to.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to...
I switched to Chevy.
We switched.
I switched for more room. I switched for my family.
For adventure.
We love our Chevy.
I switched to Chevy.
With an impressive lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, it's no wonder people are switching to Chevy year after year.
I'm never switching back.
Current competitive owners can get a $4,750 total cash allowance on most 2021 Equinox models. See your Elmira area Chevy dealer.
Jeep Celebration event is here, and we want to celebrate with you at Blaze Alexander Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Truck Mansfield. Start by taking up to $6,000 off MSRP on new Jeep Cherokees, or take advantage of 0% for 84 months. We are overstocked with 22 new Jeep Cherokees to choose from, and it's never been a better time to buy with trade-ins at historically high value. Our deals will not be beat on the new Jeep, or we will give you $1,000 with our Blaze Alexander lowest price guarantee. Shop 24/7 at BlazeJeepMansfield.com, or stop and shop to save some green off Route 15 in Mansfield, where we're taking the deals the other guys won't.
Because of this, we built Ford Super Duty to be our most capable heavy-duty pickup. Because of this, we gave the all-new 2021 F-150 an available 12-inch touchscreen. Because of this, we built Ranger with a terrain management system. And because Ford trucks are built for this, you made Ford America's best-selling brand.
Returning lessees can now lease the F-150 Super Crew STX for $299 a month.
Investigate an anomaly.
We build on our strengths, innovating across the lineup. We took the Explorer and built it leaner and stronger than ever. The Escape, sleeker and smarter. In the Edge, thrilling horsepower.
Hey, Brennan.
Secure the bag and participate in U.S. Wednesday. So it's not the first time the Cup Series has been on dirt in the past. There have been 489 Cup races held on dirt. The first back in 1949, of course, the last one coming at North Carolina.
on dirt. We have to go all the way back to 1969 and 1970. David Pearson got it done at the State Fairgrounds Speedway. Then Bobby Isaac and Richard Petty battled back and forth for the next four on dirt. Someone is going to add their name to that list this weekend. What is Vegas saying about this weekend's race? Time now to let it ride with our Vegas odds maker, Todd.
Thanks, Shannon. And that wall job at drivers you just showed, I'd be stunned if any of them found their way into victory lane this weekend. But if we're looking at a couple of favorites, I don't think these names will surprise anybody when it comes to racing on the dirt. Kyle Larson finds himself in that 5-2 favorite role. Won nearly 50 races a season ago while suspended from the Cup Series, and we know the 5-car has been fast week in, week out. If you're looking for a little better price, Christopher Bell, he's a driver that's accomplished a ton on dirt as well. A couple chili bulls to his credit, and I think the 20 will have a lot to say about who can ultimately win the race. If you're looking a little bit more at value, though, Austin Dillon and Chase Briscoe in that 11-12 to 1 range, I think both of these guys are extremely capable, and this will arguably give Chase his best chance to get that first Cup win. If those guys aren't enough, a couple of long shots worth your while. Stuart Friesen will make his Cup debut. We know he is a dirt ringer. And Bubba Wallace, that 23 is destined for greatness. This may just be the race where he can channel his inner Eldora Victor this weekend.
Thank you so much, Todd. All right, time now to play a little game we like to call What Are the Chances? I'm going to send a statement to these guys. They're going to tell me percentage-wise what they think, whether it will or will not happen. All right, first one, David. We will see more than 10 cautions on Sunday. What are the chances?
Well, I would say 100%, but it's only 250 laps, Shannon, so 80%. I think there's an 80% chance we're going to see more.
Yeah, I don't know that I've ever given a number like this on this show, but I will say 100%.
100%?
Yeah, so we're guaranteed to at the stage breaks. All we need is 8 more. 39 cars on a dirt track the first time in over 50 years? Absolutely.
Oh, 100%, Larry McReynolds. Click that for him. We'll bring it back next week. Denny Hamlin has another top 5 Sunday. What do you say?
He's going to run well, but I'm only going to say 35% chance to get that top 5. I just don't know if he's going to be able to run up there with the guys that have all that dirt experience. He's going to have a solid run, I think. Stay out of trouble, but 35%.
Good practice so far.
Yeah, Shannon, I'm going to go 60%. I've got a little more confidence than Larry does. You know, Denny's one of these guys. He's a smart driver. We know he's going to have a good race car. And he's just going to find his way up to that top 6, 7, top 5. And I think he'll school some of those other dirt boys up there.
How many winners do we have this year so far?
6.
6 different winners. What are the chances we have 7 different winners? David?
I'm going to go 90%, Shannon. I feel pretty strong that we're going to keep this trend going. I think we'll see our 7th winner this weekend on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to have to bring that number down a little bit because of a couple of our dirt aces. They've already been to victory lane. I'm going to say 55% that we get that 7th winner in 7 races. I hope we get it. I think what a cool story that is.
It sure would be. All right, here's another cool story. A driver with no dirt experience gets the win.
I'm going to go small here, 15%. Really? I just think, even though these are heavy cup cars, not like anything else most of these guys have run, I just feel like dirt experience will prevail.
I'm going even smaller, Shannon.
Really?
Yeah, 5%. Yeah, I agree with Larry. And there's a few that haven't won a race this year. So not only are we going to be right on this, but also that we'll have our 7th winner.
I don't know. I got a feeling. I just got a feeling that one of our regulars, one of our non-dirt aces are going to win this. I just got a feeling about it. I also have a feeling that you can win some money. Do not forget to download the free Fox Bet Super 6 app and play Clint's Stage 2 contest where you can win up to 25 grand of Clint Boyer's money. Just download the app. Get the most answers.
Guys, I don't know if you have noticed this is here. Tina's.
Oh, look at her. How pretty she looks with all that dirt, all that clay, and we're going to be racing on it. Practice coming up later, and of course the races this weekend. Stick around.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese stuffed shell. But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you. The quesalupa's cheese stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Now, get one of our best 5G phones on us when you buy one. Only from Verizon.
find your perfect pair, you'll know. I wear style, and I buy direct.
Fleet Cards USA, this is Barb.
Hey, Bob, this is Vinny. I got a construction company with 15 vehicles.
That's why you need fuel cards. You can track your expenses with some great analytics. Plus, the reporting could save you even more.
That sounds like fuel cards really got my guy.
Hey, Brennan, you want to see the TNTina's vault? It's still on the map.
It's the what?
It's still on TNTina's vault. It's still on the map.
What?
But it's over by Caddy Corner. I opened it. But the thing is, you can't see inside. But I opened it though. And there's like boom, there's like the boom cannon things over there, that you...
Oh no, the chug cannon's still in the game.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
But that's how, that's how you complete...
Whoa.
Never mind, I'll tell you. I don't know if I'm in Storm or not. Yes, I'm in Storm.
As we wrap things up here on the hub, take a look at what's still to come tonight on FS1. A full night, everybody. Truck's final practice is coming up next, and at 6:30, it's Cup's final practice, followed by Michael Waltrip's can't-miss documentary, Blink of an Eye. What a night for race fans. You just want to stay right here on FS1. And before we get to Truck's final practice, take a look. We'll remind you how the top 10 in the first practice earlier this afternoon looked. We had Rafael Lazard, Carson Tosavar, Haley Deegan third, Chase Briscoe's Stuart Friesen rounding up the top 5. What are you looking for?
Well, I was watching our two females that are into racing. You mentioned Haley Deegan. She was third. But I think she's learning. She still has more practice. And then Jessica Friesen, Stuart Friesen's wife. First truck start, first start at Bristol Motor Speedway, but she was inside the top 20, David.
Yeah, look at her go. I mean, who's going to have the upper hand when they drop off into turn 1 on one of those transfer spots? But no, it's going to be so much fun watching these guys and girls make some laps around the fastest half mile. And I'm looking to see how that crowd in the top 10 shift. The track's a lot slicker. It's a little slower now, so it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
Some bragging rights at the Friesen house.
That's right.
Absolutely. Truck's final practice coming up right now. We're going to head out to Bristol Motor Speedway. Say hello to our friend Vince Welch. Guys, have fun out there.
We are indeed. Thank you very much, Shannon, and great to have you back with us for this final practice for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, along with Michael Waltrip. And boy, it has been an enjoyable afternoon, a beautiful day here in Bristol, and of course, the dirt on the track has made it very interesting here at the world's fastest half mile, and just looking at it.
Landon at Caddy Corner.
What do you think, Mike?
I didn't see anyone. I'm probably just gonna...
What was your takeaway from it?
I don't know. I might just camp until the end. I don't know.
We saw trucks slipping and sliding, guys and girls overstepping their boundaries, getting sideways, spinning out.
But I'm happy I got the Jonesy style though.
You're like, you better keep that thing perfectly straight. No one's been
Oh
perfectly
shoot!
straight.
I gotta go.
Change and evolve, and that's what I'm going to be watching this session. What does the track do? We've had an hour of cup practice that these guys have put on the track since our truckers have been on it. I'm hoping the groove widens out. We get up top, and there's a cushion up there. These racers are all asking the same question. What will this half-mile track do with more laps on it?
Well, Shannon and company showed you the top 10 from that first practice, but those were laps turned early in that practice session, and the track continues to change with each lap that goes down, so not necessarily a fair indicator of maybe who was best halfway through the session or at the end of the session, but you can be sure that there were teams making changes on those trucks getting ready for this final 50 minutes.
To that point, Vince, Ryan Newman with a new team owned by Brad Means.
Yeah.
38th fastest, right? Oh no, they got to qualify. They got to get in. How are they going to do that?
In the last half hour of the practice session, he was one of the top 3 trucks. That's how much the track changes, and that's why these practices are so interesting.
Here's a good look at that 39 truck that Newman is piloting. Let's check in with the third member of our team for this final practice, and that's Regan Smith. Hello, Regan.
Well, hello, Vince. You talk about track changes. I've already made a goggle change today because there is a lot more dust than what I anticipated out here on the racetrack. Another truck that's got some major changes they went through. The 88 Matt Crafton, 14th quickest in that first practice that we just had. A little bit of an issue with their right rear tire, some blistering. So what they did was NASCAR allowed them another tire. But instead of putting that on the right rear, they actually put it on the right front. They want to make sure that the way the truck drives with the rear is going to be more similar to what it is tomorrow night. So he didn't want to mess up the rear by putting a really good tire back there. So something to keep an eye on as we get this practice going.
Regan, it looks like those goggles are the same color as Crafton's truck, the neon yellow. Did you get those from the team?
These goggles brought to you by Matt Crafton and Menards. Yeah, there we go.
It's a good look. You know, the dust is flying, the dirt's going to be flying as well as we get ready to roll out these trucks for the final practice. The Camping World Truck Series here on Infinite.
Why should your business go hybrid? With a hybrid cloud approach with IBM, you'll have the expertise of a team designing best in-car strategies for your business, the same way a pit crew makes this car hub. So you can focus on, winning.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people can do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Want to make a name for yourself in gaming? Then make a name for yourself. Even if your office and bank balance are far from glamorous. That means expensing nothing but pizza.
Your expenses look good, and you're left for snacks for the month.
Going up against this guy and pitching your idea 100 times.
Nope.
No.
No. I like it.
He likes it. And you definitely love that.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful in payments, payroll, banking, and live bookkeeping.
That's the sound of refreshment. No question about it.
I got a question. Does camouflage actually work?
Let's see.
Wow.
Did not see that coming. Kind of the point.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
I always go for 3.
Reggie, let me in.
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
You know I can't break the bubble, Kenny.
Oh, you're serious? You're not gonna let me in?
This is my Wendy's.
This is everybody's Wendy's.
Beat it.
I made a mistake. I made the wrong choice. We really gonna go through this? Stop, Reggie. Stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness.
Boom, baby.
Christian Pulisic leads the U.S. men's national team against Northern Ireland. Sunday at noon Eastern on Fox.
Back in Bristol, getting you ready for the final practice for the Camping World Truck Series. Some of the drivers spotted the edge in that first session. You saw them going around, and this was a close call. Haley Deegan spun it around as well, but no real issues. Well, that was a bit of an issue when Andrew Gordon lost the tire, but no real heavy wall contact. We saw several drivers spin around, but you got to find the edge and decide, well, I don't want to go there again, but it is dirt, and it's a little bit different.
When you're setting backwards in the track, the last thing you want to see is another truck coming spinning at you backwards, out of control. But like you said, no harm, no foul. We're all ready to go in this practice session along with Matt Crafton. How about Matt?
Wow. It's tore to hell already. Pretty tore out for sure. Especially from where we started. The top looks pretty tasty right now. Yeah, it doesn't have big divots taken out of it. That's a plus, I'd assume.
That's Jason Hedleski, the spotter for Matt Crafton, and there's your Joyner, the crew chief. They're having a conversation about the track condition.
There's those divots. It looks like I've been out there playing golf. I can tell you that. I get a little bit chunky every now and then. But the teams have their eyeballs on the track. It's interesting because generally they're always focused on their truck and their driver and trying to dissect what they're going to do. There's another player in town this weekend, and that's the surface here at Bristol Motor Speedway. I can't wait to see if they indeed do go up top, starting to run that wall.
Well, and the track will continue to change, and certainly it's a lot different than it was when the initial practice.
I didn't know he was barefoot.
And we've had that 50-minute truck practice session, and we had a 50-minute cup practice session. And that brings us to this point right here. So the track, they did put a little water down on it in between. But it's a lot different than what it was for these truck teams in that initial practice session.
Baby, what's your take on it?
Many times in our life, I think if one of these drivers said that, you might have to punch them. Like, you don't have to deal with that. The trucks are bouncing and sliding and slipping. They're looking for grip everywhere. No problem with aerodynamics here.
Not wasting any time getting out after it. The final practice.
That might be the most trucks I've ever seen on a track at once. There must be 40 of them out there. They're all over the place. See two grooves there? That's fun for us to watch.
See Stuart Friesen's name up there inside the top 5 of Friesen making his Cup Series debut this weekend here at Bristol. Mike, how much of an advantage do you think it is for these drivers that are also running the Cup Series, and we've got a half dozen of them that are coming down to run the trucks? Twice as many laps. They've had nothing but practice over the course of the last couple of hours.
Right, and we ought to replay that interview of Kevin Harvick. He said fun a record amount of times in an interview, and that is so awesome. Not only are they learning and seeing what this track is doing, they're having a great time doing it. We're having a fun time watching it as well. So, yes, the more you learn, the more you see what the track does over the course of time, the better you're going to be when they throw the green flag for the race.
That's Haley Deegan in the one truck. Still looking for her first top 20 of the season. Hoping that it comes here this weekend. We talked about the drivers that were pulling double duty as far as Cup drivers running in the Cup Series, or the Truck Series, I should say. Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, see Harvick, Ryan Newman, Larson, Martin Truex Jr. Don't get to see Martin Truex Jr. Running in the Camping World Truck Series very often. In fact, you got to go back to 2006. Last time he ran, here's on board with Harvick, and that's Stuart Friesen right in front of him.
That's a good cat to follow. He knows how to jump some play. Won so many races.
Well, that's actually Jessica Friesen. Same paint scheme, but Stuart's wife. Just saw the yellow stripes on the back of that truck. Rookie stripes.
Their trucks look alike. But you can see she knows what she's doing on the dirt. Very accomplished dirt racer.
Is that her husband? No, that's her. What truck's it? Don't mention that.
No, that is her.
It'll be interesting to see if they happen to be racing around one another. And Jessica's got to race her way in tomorrow in the heat races. And that should be fun watching Stuart and Jessica side by side at some point tomorrow.
You know, it would be really fun watching Parker, their young son, figuring out who he's going to cheer for. Regan.
Well, I got a chance to talk to Jessica right before she got into the truck. Kind of interested to listen to her talk about the dirt track, what's going on with it. But her day in general, she said basically, my goal and my plan was to go out there, get some experience in that first practice. This practice was the one she said, I want to go out. Now I want to learn how to be fast. So far, she's doing pretty good. 20th on the board right now.
Certainly going to be fun, and for Jessica and the whole Friesen family. I'm curious who Parker's going to be rooting for on.
I heard an interview, and Jessica said that Parker roots for whoever he thinks has what he needs at that moment. Well, whoever can do him the best good, that's who he's going to root for. He is such a precious young child.
There's Daniel Suarez running for Young's Motorsports this weekend. That's 0-2. Chris Wright normally behind the wheel of this one. Early minutes of the final practice for the Camping World Truck Series on the dirt at Bristol.
Why should your business go hybrid? With a hybrid cloud approach with IBM, you'll have the expertise of a team designing best in-car strategies for your business, the same way a pit crew makes this car hub. So you can focus on, winning.
Only Verizon gives you more of the best. 5G from America's most reliable network. More plans you can mix and match and save. More of the entertainment. all starting at just $35. Only from Verizon.
When we heard there was money in our home, we did what anyone would do. We went looking for it.
You did.
I did.
Then we heard about Rocket Mortgage, and with just a few taps, you can turn your home equity into cash. Consolidate your debt, pay off student loans,
Renovate your home.
fix your home.
Fix your home.
When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Great job, honey.
Rocket. So worth it.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
I always go for 3. Reggie, let me in.
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
You know I can't break the bubble, Kenny. Oh, you're serious? You're not gonna let me in? This is my Wendy's. This is everybody's Wendy's. Beat it. I made a mistake. I made the wrong choice. We really gonna go through this? Stop, Reggie. Stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness.
Boom, baby.
You have to see this. You can't get this look with regular makeup.
I don't know how we don't have any viewers already.
Flawless complexion. We've been everywhere seeing how airbrush works to make you look years younger fast. If you ever wanted to get luminesce, go to airbrushtoday.com now. You get it for half the price. It's 100% risk-free, and you even get free shipping. We're proud supporters of the ASPCA. You can't get luminesce in stores. You have to go to airbrushtoday.com to unlock this special offer. That's airbrushtoday.com.
Back at Bristol, final practice for the Camping World Truck Series. Want to remind you about Clint's Fox Bet Super 6 Stage 2 contest. It's your chance to win $25,000 of Clint Boyer's money. Just download the app, pick 6 race outcomes. So throughout Stage 2, for your shot to win. It's free to play, which I like.
Yeah, it's fun to play too. Seeing if you can be smarter than the rest. This looks like a pretty serious.
That was a big hit for J.R. Hefner.
Hefner is down at the entrance of turn 3, so something developed off 2 that put him in the inside wall really hard.
And he tried to roll off and drive it off, and it would not drive. So they brought out the wrecker. And that's the first one we've seen of significant damage today in either the truck or the cut practice.
Yeah, we talked at the open of the show, no harm, no foul, just spin around and keep on going.
There was a lot of harm in that foul.
Sure, JR wasn't as fortunate.
Hey, 2 practices today, and then tomorrow we'll set the lineup with 4 heat races that will be 15 laps in distance, green laps only counted. And drivers accumulating the most points for their finishing position. If you win your heat race, you get 10 points. If you finish second, you get 9, third, you get 8, and right on down the line. And you also get passing points. So, for instance, if you start third and you finish first, well, you get 2 points because you moved up 2 position. You add up that point total, and that's how you determine.
I don't think there's anyone here going with me, but I like this skin. I like this style. I wish the like bandana was a little bit longer.
Others are wanting to race later on that evening, and so in order to make those races, we think you're going to have to score 3 to 5.
Wait, doesn't it like get longer with
passing points? So it's going to be fun to follow that along. Ron I2 is able to get their way into the
like kills or something?
If you start in a position and don't advance, or you actually lose positions, if you start third and finish third, or if you start third and finish 4th or 5th, you just get a 0. So in the passing point column, and you'll add up all those points and look at heat race 3. These were on a blind draw, by the way. That's how they formed the.
And look at Kyle Larson in the back, along with Daniel Suarez,
Chase Briscoe.
These are all guys starting in the back that can win this race tomorrow night. So it'll be fun to watch them scramble toward the front.
Yeah, I think the heat races are going to be a lot of fun. 15 laps, and as we said, only the green flag laps will count.
Sean Newman, new team we talked about earlier, he's got to make his way into the show by passing or finishing up front.
You noted it earlier on that 39, Ryan Newman. We talked about Frankie Kerr being the crew chief on that, and in the first practice, I mentioned Jimmy Means as the owner. Brad Means, Jimmy's son, is the owner of that team.
Yeah, he texted me and said, I own it. I'm my dad. So, get that straight, would you?
We got it straight. Coming back to Bristol.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
When I killed that guy a couple games ago with the purple pump, and he had a purple pump, I could've, like, gotten out there if I had, like, maybe, like, 3 medkits or something.
Selling everything. And eating nothing but cheese so you can find the perfect slice. Even if everyone asks you, another very good truck. Don't listen to them. That means cooking day and night until you got paid. That means adding people to the payroll. Hi, Mom. That means best burger ever.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, banking, and live bookkeeping.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
Reggie!
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
I made the wrong choice. Fine, kid.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, official breakfast of March Madness.
Dispense supplements in office or virtually on one platform. First, choose from more than 300 practitioner-grade supplements. Craft a recommendation for your patient, they get notified and make a purchase. Then supplements are delivered right to their door. If you choose a margin account, you'll get a monthly direct deposit for supplement sales. We also support your patients with automatic refill reminders to keep them adhered to their wellness goals. Get started today.
Christian Pulisic leads the U.S. men's national team against Northern Ireland, Sunday at noon Eastern on Fox. Back under green flag conditions here at Bristol on the dirt for the Camping World Truck Series. We were under red a few moments ago because of an incident involving J.R. Hefner, and watch, we'll circle Hefner. There you see him back there, and watch what happens.
Watch how hard he hits that inside wall. Huge contact. Something happened off turn 2. We fought it, hung onto it until the end of the back straightaway, but it's not quite enough.
I lost the steering. They come unglued.
Not good. Yeah, losing the steering, not a problem that you want to have.
Well, the steering wheels are removed, and we've seen in the past where steering wheels have come off. But then also with this rough surface, you see these trucks bouncing around, a tie rod steering arm could come loose, something under the hood that caused that problem for JR.
Last year's series champ, Sheldon Creed. Talked with crew chief Jeff Stankiewicz in between practices, and he said they were not very good in that first practice, could not get the truck to turn in the center the way they wanted. We'll see if they're a little better here.
10th fastest so far, Vince. So the times can be a bit deceiving because you're going to run your fastest lap right off the bat. It seems from what we've seen in the truck practice earlier and in the cup cars, every lap that goes by, you just get a little slower and slower.
Tanner Gray put up a big lap early in this practice session. Currently sits second on the board. He's with Regan.
Well, he is second on the board right now. Vince, and you talk about a guy that's had a lot to learn. You went from track racing to circle track racing, now to dirt racing. Out of the truck already is as good as it looks on the board right now. Yeah, I think we're okay. Trying to make some adjustments. It gets more dry. Obviously, a lot of us are probably fighting that same issue, but overall it's fun to come to Bristol and do something different. AGR's brought us a really fast performance F-150, and it's having fun, man. Just trying to
whistle.
Yeah, if you're down there holding up a line of trucks, you can count on getting hit in the tailgate. So that'll be fun to watch.
Todd Gilliland, that 38 truck. Had a top 5 finish on the dirt at Eldora. There's Jessica Friesen.
She's in a bit of a tussle there with Tate Fogelman. Jessica's currently 25th fastest on her best lap.
Chandler Smith going around, but keeping it going.
Chandler Smith has the best 15-lap average, also the best 10-lap average. So the 18's got some speed. Only he and Tanner Gray have run 15 laps, and Tanner talked about had some work to do to his truck. He's about a half to 3/4 of a second slower than Smith's average, so this truck is really good.
No real dirt experience for Chandler, so it's a new challenge for him here this weekend. And they need something good to happen because it's been a struggle for them. The result has gotten a little bit worse each time, including 35th place at Atlanta.
Atlanta was a disaster. He did it early. The truck was handling so poorly that he thought he had a flat tire. And when you think that, Vince, as a racer, and they say we didn't see anything, you're like, oh, no.
Yeah, that's not a good sign.
This is going to be a rough day. And it turned out to be just that. They came to pit road and worked on the 18 truck, but didn't make any progress with it.
Great Enfinger in the 98. Don't overlook Enfinger. He did not win any races at Eldora, but he was always right there in the mix. Top 5 in all 3 of his starts at Eldora. And Ben Rhodes had even though he doesn't have much to show for it in the result column for a truck on dirt, he had a good run in 2018 at the Big E, led 44 laps.
What a stage, did he?
He did, if I remember correctly. And Matt Crafton in the 88, former winner on the dirt at Eldora. And he came down here and ran the open mod category last weekend and finished second to Kyle Strickler.
You know what I love about Crafton? He got him a modified. When he heard we were going to Eldora, he said, I got to figure this out. He knows dirt racing a lot.
How about that first practice and ran 45 laps, and he has gotten considerably better in this practice, at least as far as the speed rank is concerned, and probably gives you an indication that they've got that truck a little bit better, and the track is a little more to his liking.
Well, it's going to constantly evolve, so these drivers have the challenge of figuring that out. This is a guy that, talk about practices, and that first one, he just got better and better, and that's Ryan Newman.
Great to have Ryan come back and run in the Camping World Truck Series. Won his very first start in this series. Hasn't run too many Truck Series races.
Ryan's history background is dirt racing, and he's raced at this track in a modified, so he's got a lot of differing feels, what he needs to do to be successful, and always runs fast.
Only 7 starts in the truck. Got that one win in his very first at Atlanta back in 2008.
That's so cool, isn't it? Seeing the view from the driver's seat, looking up at Matt Crafton on the high side, Stuart Friesen coming into pits.
About 30 minutes left in final practice for the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series on the dirt at Bristol.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
Reggie!
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
I made the wrong choice.
Why, Kenneth? Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness.
I have the power to lower my A1C because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it.
Once weekly Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. Most people taking it reached an A1C under 7%. Trulicity may also help you lose up to 10 pounds and lower your risk of cardiovascular events, whether you know you're at risk or not. Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
I am work vibrant.
For the first time in 50 years, the Cup Series is hitting the dirt. I love the smell of fresh dirt in Bristol. 3, 2.
It's showtime.
Are we gonna be clean or are we gonna be dirty?
I will bet you all you want to bet.
What is happening?
A week from tomorrow, that's April 3rd, Major League Baseball is back. The Braves facing Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Then the reigning champion Dodgers taking on the Rockies. See it all on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Looking forward to the baseball season getting back underway with regular season play. Certainly been fun here this afternoon at Bristol, and it's not the first time the trucks have raced on the dirt. Go back to Eldora 2013. Began a 7-year run with Austin Dillon winning, and then Bubba Wallace taking home the trophy. Remember, Bubba said he wasn't a dirt guy. This guy is a dirt guy, Christopher Bell.
We've seen guys develop into dirt racers. Nobody's better on the dirt than Kyle Larson, got the win back in 16.
That's for sure. Matt Crafton, you mentioned his dedication to becoming a better dirt track racer, and it paid off for him. Taking home the Golden Shovel in 2017, and then Chase Briscoe. What a special win that was for Chase in 2018 before Stuart Friesen won at Eldora in 2019. And those highlighted in yellow are those that are running in this race here at Bristol. Bubba, Larson, Crafton, Briscoe, Friesen, and maybe Christopher Bell. Christopher will be the substitute driver for John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter is on baby watch. He and his wife Taylor are expecting, and that could come any day now if by chance John Hunter should have to get out of the truck. Christopher Bell would slide behind the wheel. Pretty good sub.
Yeah, I would take him.
And I know Christopher Bell
love to be behind the wheel of that truck, so we'll see how that plays off.
Under caution. Here actually red, but waiting on the green flag to come back out. Typically no caution, a yellow flag in dirt racing, but
little
they are
here.
rolling.
Hey, you want to see what Stuart's thinking?
Let's hear it.
Stuart Friesen, Michael Waltrip in the FS1 booth. While you're under caution, you got a chance to say hello?
Hey, what's going on, Mikey?
We're just up here having a ball, and every driver we talk to, Kevin Harvick, everyone says how much fun it is. How's it going for you, you old dirt racer, you?
It's pretty cool. The start of this practice session was pretty wild. We were racing all over it. Trying to get our Hellbar Tundra a little bit better, working on forward drive, working on some straight line braking stuff, so that's what we're here for. The track's a little dry and dusty, but you'll have that sun and wind and daytime conditions, so I think it'll be a little better tomorrow night.
I wonder if it's exactly what you expected, or is the track evolving, changing, that's throwing you some curveballs?
Well, I've done a lot of dirt racing. I've never seen a track stay tacky in sun and wind like this concession. So this is typically what we have, you know, tracks with a lot of laps on it. You know, Eastern State and Orange County gets like this. This is how Syracuse used to get the Moody Mile. So just try to adjust on it as best we can. I think you'll see something like this maybe Sunday with the Cup race, but tomorrow hopefully that top gets tacked up. We can race all over it.
10-4. Who's Parker pulling for? You or Jess?
Bob, flat out. I've been doing everything I can to bribe him and change his mind, but no luck, man.
Oh, this is so great. Thank you for talking to us, and have a fun rest of your practice.
Sounds good. Thanks, brother.
Yeah, I don't blame Parker for pulling for Mom because she's probably the one fixing the meals. Let's check in with Regan.
Well, I love hearing Stuart talk right there about the Moody Mile in Syracuse. I grew up there, a lot of time spent at that racetrack. Brett Moffitt, the 45 truck right now, he is currently 25th on the board. Having just a little bit of trouble with his truck, though. It's good for a couple laps, and then the right rear goes away. And, guys, I'm starting to hear more and more chatter about that. The right rear going away. Guys not having the drive that they want in these trucks. Let's not forget, they didn't get another set of tires like the Cup cars do. These are the same tires that they practiced on earlier today.
Well, as the track continues to get laps on it, tire wear will become a little bit of an issue. Certainly for those that were not able to put on a fresh set.
This is when you really need, Vince, in my opinion, your crew chief, your engineers, your spotter, keeping up with lap times, because you can't just look at the scoring. It doesn't tell the story. Who's fast after 10, 15 laps? Who's fast as the track changes? There'll be a lot of studying of notes tonight. Some guy that you don't even see in the top 25 might go to bed at night and say, we're the best truck here. And that'll come to light tomorrow when we go racing.
Derek Krause on the inside there in the 19, and that's Spencer Boyd on the 20 from the high line. Parker Klingerman in the 75. You know, Klingerman's raced a couple of times on dirt, go back a ways, but had a couple of ARCA starts on dirt and won them both. So he was looking forward to getting here in the truck.
Tailgate, trying to grab that spot away. Talked about the old Bristol, the bump and run. Heard a good example of it. Creed was able to get right on the tailgate of the 75, move to the inside and make the pass.
Well, if you were with us for the first practice, you saw them sliding into the corner a lot more. And in this session, they're pointing that nose and just driving it in a lot straighter than they were in that first session.
You know, I thought it was an interesting point that Stuart Grayson made. He said, I've never seen a track when it's sunny and windy not lose grip. You know, and he's never seen it. And he's been racing a dirt vehicle his whole life. So that's some of the changes, some of the surprises these teams are dealing with.
Riding the Bubba Wallace. There's some of that run at the bottom that we were talking about earlier. If you get in the way, you're going to get moved out of the way come race day. On the dirt at Bristol, the Camping World Truck Series.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
What are these?
Coca-Cola flavors, ma'am.
Are you saying it's possible for a Coke to be part cherry and part vanilla?
Yes.
At the same time.
I know. Coke flavors are almost too delicious to be true.
I'm gonna open 2 beers, okay? You tell me which sounds more refreshing. This one? Or this one?
Sure.
Agreed.
The second one.
That's 2 for Bush.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
I always go for 3. Reggie, let me in.
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
You know I can't break the bubble, Kenny. Oh, you're serious? You're not gonna let me in? This is my Wendy's. This is everybody's Wendy's. Beat it. I made a mistake. I made the wrong choice. We really gonna go through this? Stop, Reggie. Stop.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness.
Boom, baby.
We started with computers. We didn't stop at computers. We didn't stop at storage or cloud. We kept going, working with our customers to enable a kind of technology that can guide an astronaut back to safety and help make a hospital come to you instead of you going to it. So when it comes to your business, you know we'll stop at nothing.
For the first time in 50 years, the Cup Series is hitting the dirt. I love the smell of fresh dirt in Bristol.
Hey, tomorrow on FS1, you can, following the truck race, you can check out Trackhouse. Get ready. It's a documentary about the Trackhouse racing team. Driver Daniel Suarez, of course, team owners Pitbull and Justin Marks making their NASCAR Cup Series debut this season.
It's been fun to watch that team, too, Vince. They've had a lot of speed. Just like Bubba Wallace has for Denny and Michael Jordan's team. They both performed well. Finishes aren't their new teams, but they've shown enough speed to think that they can race inside the top 10 regularly.
Moving in the right direction.
Love everything I'm seeing from both those organizations.
And we mentioned Trackhouse coming up tomorrow night on FS1, but later this evening, in the blink of an eye, your documentary with you and a true story with Dale Earnhardt coming up tonight, right here on FS1 after Cup practice.
Yeah, 7:30, so people have really enjoyed getting a chance to see the documentary and really positive reviews, so looking forward to more folks getting to see it tonight. Good Friday night, if you ask me.
Absolutely. Cup practice will follow this Camping World Truck practice, and of course you'll see Kyle Larson. There's Larson in the 44. And he has been fast, as you would anticipate. He was quick in that Cup car also. Yeah. And I think when it all comes down to it, when all's said and done, he's probably going to be the guy to beat, at least in my mind, in both the truck race and the Cup race this weekend.
And I think a guy that he's going to have to beat in both of these races, from what I'm seeing in practice long run speed, is Ryan Newman. He was fast in the Cup car. He's driving this new team for Brad Means, number 39. In the last 15 minutes of this practice, he is the fastest single lap, followed by Martin Truex. So good speed for that team, but I would say that's your favorite for sure in the Flores truck.
Rich Mar Flores.
$30 for everyone in Victory Lane. It's going to be a beautiful sight.
Back to the 62, that's Jessica Friesen, and the 18 is Chandler Smith. I love Jessica talking about, of course, she's from a racing family, Zemkin family, grew up racing, but she said there's no doubt about it. In order, her role is number 1 as a mom, number 2, she runs the screen print business for the Friesens, and number 3, it's a racer. But I know she's excited about being able to put on the helmet and go racing this weekend. Got some radio for the 62 camp.
That's what you want, whether you're at Daytona or you're in Charlotte or you're in Bristol on the dirt. You want that left front down and that back end up in the air so you can dig around these corners. And you can tell her experience, her knowledge of a dirt vehicle, what exactly she wants. And she's able to articulate it so well to the crew. I love that audio, hearing Jess explain what her challenges were.
Stewart ran 1-2 in the modified feature at Fonda Speedway last August and started alongside of one another just recently in a race. So they're familiar with racing against one another, but they will be the first husband-wife combination to ever race in the Camping World Truck Series. Same event. Go back to Elton Sawyer and Patty Moise. They did it in the Xfinity Series years ago, but never in this series have a husband and wife competed against one another, so Jessica's got to race her way in through those heat races tomorrow.
Yeah, you can tell running with Kyle Larson there, she just can't get down to the bottom like she'd like. Still able to hold him off and run some decent lap times. 21.85 the last time by. That's just a few tenths off of her best lap.
Final 15 minutes of this practice session. Jump up to the 26 of Tyler Ankrum.
He needs something good to happen too.
He does indeed.
It's been a tough season, so hopefully he can get things going here in Bristol.
Let's check in back downstairs with Regan Smith.
Oh, Michael, somebody else that needs something good to happen is a 25 truck and Timothy Peters. He'd like for that to happen this practice. Unfortunately, they have not been on the racetrack yet. This truck's sitting here on pit road still. They've got a fuel pickup problem in the back of it. They're trying to diagnose it, get it figured out. As you see Timothy climbing in right now, we're getting down to crunch time with these things, and he doesn't have any laps at all right now in practice number 2.
11-time winner in this series. Running with a new team this year and looking for something good to happen. Still looking for their first top 15 of the season. They knew there'd be some growing pains early. Hey, here's a friend Tim Duggar riding on the back end of the 98 truck in Grant Enfinger.
Now, if you don't want to listen to some Tim Duggar drink a cold beer and watch some NASCAR trucks on the dirt, I don't know if we could be friends or not.
Probably not.
Nobody better, no bigger fan in the world of NASCAR than our friend Tim Duggar. Too. Uh-oh.
That's Bubba Wallace. Tell if he got into the wall or just came to rest right up next to it.
What about that snazzy driver suit from Columbia? That's impressive.
Camouflage, I can hardly see him sitting in there.
When I spun out, I was always hoping no one could see me. So you got
hard to hide when you're facing the wrong direction, isn't it?
When you see what happens, everybody's ringing the bottom. Maybe he decides to try to run the top, and yeah, got in a little high. There's not enough grip there.
Brake, hold the brake. We might be out of tire, Bubba. Yeah, I think so, but I do think that was a positive change with what we did with the motor.
I love that information. You know, you spin around backwards, you call your crew, so we made a positive change. That's a pretty good feeling.
Take all the positives you can get. About 10 minutes left. Final practice for the Camping World Trucks at Bristol.
Taco Bell's quesalupa is back with its cheese-stuffed shell. But there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll skip the speeches and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you. The quesalupa's cheese-stuffed shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Introducing the new Verizon Business Unlimited plans. Now you can pick a plan for as low as $30 a line. Get 5G nationwide. Plus, massive data capacity. Plus, enhanced security for your devices. Plus, with Verizon Business Unlimited plans, you can mix and match to get more of what you need and none of what you don't. All for as low as $30 a line. All from Verizon, the network businesses rely on.
For the first time in 50 years, the Cup Series is hitting the dirt.
I love the smell of fresh dirt in Bristol.
Hillcliff CBD, the best-selling CBD drink in the world. Hillcliff CBD, the best-tasting CBD drink in the world. Joe Rogan's Flaming Joe, Orange Kush, Mango Tango, Strawberry Days, and the Thug. Make your drink hole happy. Go now to hillcliff.com.
Well, if you're not familiar with dirt track racing and you're coming to Bristol to enjoy this one for the first time, don't wear your spring whites, because it's going to get dirty. And the drivers using all kind of different tools than what they normally have in the vehicle with them, and it is dusty, and there will be dust everywhere.
And there's also,
it's all said and done.
There's also going to be, we talk about the challenges that the crews and drivers have. What about the track prep team? They're watching all this stuff. They're seeing where the groove is. They can change it pretty easy as well. You know, they can make the groove move around, and that's all part of what they're studying to see if they will indeed make some changes to this track.
Hey, don't sleep on this young guy, 18-year-old Carson Hocevar.
anticipate he's going to have a good day tomorrow.
Passing the first session, Vince, and top 12 here in this one. Excuse me, 13th so far.
Good speed, and you see on the front of that truck, up here, that truck, you saw the BC logo, Brian Clausen, representing Brian this weekend. That dirt fans certainly familiar with Brian's story. A couple of teammates here in the 21 of Zane Smith and the 24 of Rafael Lessard.
Mixing it up, Lessard with the higher line, Zane just hugging the bottom. Looks like that's going to prevail, a little bit more speed there.
Lessard, we talked to him in that first practice session. I believe he was had the fastest lap in that first session, and at least he did for quite some time during that initial practice, and he was thrilled to death. Of course, he put that lap on the board early, but he was excited to be on the dirt here at Bristol.
What about teammate Brett Moffitt? He saw his buddies having a lot of fun. Steamed in there in that 45 truck. Moffitt hadn't shown a whole lot of speed. He's 25th so far, but like I said, these teams are studying what's happening right now. Are they able to run competitive lap times at this point in practice?
Downstairs, let's check in again with Regan.
Well, track down another driver out of his truck already. Austin Hill, practiced on a little bit early. Is that because you're so fast, you're happy with it?
Well, our United Rentals Toyota Tundra is pretty good when the track gets slick. When it has some water on it, we're not really where we want to be to go run a really fast lap. But we feel really confident with our Tundra on a long run. So our right rear had a little bit of wear, and we just didn't want to force the issue, so we just cut practice short. We were happy with kind of where we were. We're going to work on it a little bit more, but I'm having a blast right now. It's a lot of fun. I'm not a dirt guy by no means, but it's been fun out here running.
Not a dirt guy, but spent time here last week on the dirt track again this week. Guys, he's having fun out there.
Yeah, ran a late model here.
Excuse me.
I was going to say Austin ran a late model here last weekend.
Enthusiastic, as we've heard throughout the broadcast, and I challenged our producer Mark Smith to put a counter of how many times we've heard fun during this broadcast, and it makes me smile greatly to see these stars just having a ball. I ran out of fingers and toes. I was at about 22 when I figured out I didn't know how to go much higher than that, but what a great day. What a fun afternoon, Vince. Folks from Sugarland Shine over the way, they're all smiling and waving. Gentlemen in the booth next door. Good to see old Jeff over here enjoying some dirt races. He and Clint will bring you that cup practice. And Vince, they're dirt racers. That's their hair, that's their background. So they certainly have a lot of insight as to what we're going to see here.
Watching Parker Kligerman and Grant Infinger in the final minutes of Camping World Truck Series practice. And as Mike mentioned, the Cup Stars are coming up next, so stay with us.
I love his pajamas.
Crystal. Nice time lapse of how they put it all together over the course of the last couple of days. Bringing the haulers in, getting everybody in position and ready to go for this great weekend. Practice today, heat races for both the trucks and the Cup cars tomorrow, and then the Camping World Truck Series race tomorrow night.
How cool is it to say heat races?
Yeah.
We're going to line these babies up and see who can win the heat, get a great starting position, and in our Truck Series, we got a bunch of guys just hoping to be able to make the race.
Well, these two, Sheldon Creed and Parker Kligerman, have been around one another for about the last 15 laps. They are getting a good exercise in what it's going to be like racing in those heat races tomorrow.
Right now what I'm seeing, Vince, is the bottom has been dominant, but now you can tell Parker's getting better and better. He's able to hang right on the outside of the two truck of Friesen, so that's a great sign for people that are wanting to go up to the top, wanting to run that cushion up high. We're beginning to see that upper lane develop.
Yeah, it doesn't look like much of a ledge is developing what we would normally see with your typical cushion, but certainly if you're going to be, if you're going to be able to pass in the race, we want to see that top come in and provide an opportunity, a top lane come in for him, and Parker Kligerman's giving it all he's got to try to make something happen up top.
That's making me smile. Nobody's been able to make it work, but Parker's about to finally, after about 15 laps of trying to do so, is he going to get around Creed?
Kligerman has run 60 laps. Creed has run about 70 here in this session, so they have certainly gone to work.
You know, we've seen tire wear, Vince, big time in the Cup, and these trucks are very similar. So how these tires hold up late in that final stage,
hang on to it, Sheldon.
Right up there, car clear.
He likes stuff like that. Sheldon's
an off-road guy.
He is. He and Haley Deegan both have a lot of history in trucks, jumping over big berms. That wasn't anything for him.
Yeah, I think spotter Jeff Stankiewicz, appreciate Jeff Stankiewicz, and spotter Derek Nealon said, we've seen enough. Sheldon, bring that in right now.
Sheldon said, you sure? I kind of like that. That's fun. I bet you if that happened to me, feel a thing. He just wheeled her off the wall and brought her on in.
Well, we'll see some right side body damage in the racing tomorrow, that's for sure.
We're going to see a little bit of everything, Vince. Another entertaining practice. The Cup boys are getting ready to hit the track. As good as it gets.
Final practice is complete for the Camping World Truck Series, and let's go back to Regan.
Well, Chase Birdie out of his race truck as well already. Day done just a little bit early than most, or than some, I should say. How do you evaluate the day, and what's your dirt experience has been like so far?
I don't have a whole lot of dirt experience other than 2 ARCA races, but this is by far one of the coolest things I think we've done. I would recommend this every year if it was my choice, but no, we've had a really fast Bama Buggies GMS Chevrolet. My team brought me a great piece, and I think it races pretty well, so we feel really confident about that, and we'll just have to go into our heat races tomorrow and get some points and pass people and hope it works out.
Seems to be the general consensus down here, Vince. Everybody's saying they like what we're doing here right now.
Yeah, it has been fun to watch. I've enjoyed it, that's for sure. Just getting going. Got Cup practice coming up following our session here this afternoon in just a few moments, as the practice has come to a close with Ben Rhodes, Ryan Newman, Tanner Gray. Almost zero dirt experience, and Friesen and Crafton. So Gray definitely the outlier in that top 5, but keep in mind, you don't put too much into the top 10.
Glennon, what was that noise?
And who's running well at the end of the practice may be a better indicator than who put up the top speeds.
And by the way, like you said, if your favorite driver wasn't on that list, don't worry about it. Sleep well. He'll be ready tomorrow.
How about, speaking of tomorrow, how about this lineup? We've got the heat races for the Camping World Truck Series at 4:30. A little bit of race hub, and then we'll come back to the Cup heat races
then we'll go racing with the Camping World Truck Series tomorrow night. And don't forget later tonight, following this Cup final practice, which is just ahead, blink of an eye. For Regan Smith and Michael Waltrip, I'm Ben Swelch. Cup final practice is coming up next.
Taco Bell's Quesalupe is back with its cheese and but there's nothing worse than overhype.
Here it is.
So we'll
Oh my God, is that Steve Jobs?
and the influencers.
Hello?
Cut the fanfare.
Man.
And the pyro.
Man.
So don't hold on to your seats. We're just here to tell you. The Quesalupe of Shell is back. And we think you'll like it.
Starting today, nobody has to settle for less than the very best, because only Verizon gives you 5G, network, no extra cost, and more of the entertainment you love, like Apple Music, and the beautiful iPhone 12 on us when you buy one, only from Verizon.
I have the power to lower my A1C, because I can still make my own insulin. And Trulicity activates my body to release it.
Once weekly Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. Most people taking it reached an A1C under 7%. Trulicity may also help you lose up to 10 pounds and lower your risk of cardiovascular events, whether you know you're at risk or not. Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it, you or your family have medullary thyroid cancer, or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems.
I have it within me to lower my A1C.
Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
From the time he was 5, Ryan Newman believed two things. He could drive and he could win. Driver of the Year, Daytona, Brickyard. But my man still hasn't won the Cup. That's okay, because he still believes he will. Guaranteed Rate is a mortgage lender who understands the power of belief. First home, dream home, whatever your goal, you can make it real. Because if you believe, you will.
Fleet Cards USA, this is Barb.
Hey Barb, this is Vinny. I got a construction company with 15 vehicles.
That's why you need fuel cards. You can track your expenses with some great analytics. Plus, the recording could save you even more.
Well, sounds like fuel cards really got my back.
Fleet Cards USA.
About this weekend and about all the dirt they brought in for NASCAR to race on. Now, even before the first practice, we got Joey Logano's thoughts about driving off into the great unknown.
All right, we're getting ready for practice here at Bristol on the dirt. It's going to be something else. I think this is probably the most anticipated practice ever, and it might be a complete mess. I don't know how many laps we're all going to get in, so hopefully everyone's under control with the rest of things, and I don't know. That's praise of the week. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it was interesting, that's for sure. It wasn't as glamorous as maybe Joey feared. A lot of drivers up in the dust. The track slipped off, had a couple of spin-outs, had a lot of slips sliding around, and had a lot of fun. So now that we've seen that, now we're veteran dirt track fans. Clint even has a tear-off rule.
Rookie mistake on your guys' side. And pull tear-offs. Dirt, baby.
The dirt guy, look, he didn't provide that for us. What's the deal? What's he doing to us,
Well,
Mike?
I have the most important thing you need if you're going to be a dirt track fan, and that is something to cover your red Solo Cup with so the contents don't get on.
Incredibly important.
I didn't get offered a red Solo Cup. Did you, Jeff?
No, where's my red Solo?
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
I'll share.
But
All
we're
right.
ready for the dirt.
Absolutely.
Practice round 2, what do we expect?
Well, tires. That's what we saw. We saw the group really
going to the bottom, and we saw tire wear was excessively high. So I think now these crew chiefs and drivers know what they need or what they're looking for, but now it's how do you make those tires last?
Well, and exactly this right here, pull and tear offs. These guys can't do that. This track keeps getting dirtier and dirtier. Saw some dust right there a little bit. So keeping up with the racetrack is very, very important. This practice session is this their last chance, man. We're going to the big dance and the money's on the line tomorrow. You got to get this baby dialed in. Tire wear. Now I've got to start figuring out how to get these tires through these long runs.
All right, let's get down there to the garage area and Jamie Little.
Well, Mike, one of the drivers we expected to be higher up on the speed charts in that first practice was Austin Dillon. He was way down in 30 seconds. So what happened? Well, I talked to him exactly what you guys were just talking about. He was taking care of his equipment, taking care and managing the tires. Here's an example. This is his teammate Tyler Reddick. The right rear tire. Look at how worn out that was. That's about 60 laps. Let's spin around here. Jake will follow me over here to look at the tires after 60 laps that came off of Austin Dillon. Look at what a great job he did. Tread's still there. They're keeping that in mind, but don't count out the 3. He's got a lot more speed in that number 3 car.
So we got a lot to work on here in this final round of Cup practice. There's our expert analyst.
Yeah, expert, all right.
Red Solo Cup in hand.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
Reggie!
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
I made the wrong choice.
Fine, Kenny.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness. It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Shackles.
It's your thing. Do what you want to do.
Fleet Cards USA, this is Barb.
Hi, Barb. So I'm a fleet manager for a mid-sized trucking company.
Trucking is one of our sweet spots.
So how can I make sure my drivers stop where they get the best price for fuel?
Instead of good hot dogs.
You mean truck stops where you get the best prices?
Bingo.
Easy. With fuel cards, you get better negotiated discounts at some of the top merchants nationwide.
Sign me up. How'd you do that?
Fleet Cards USA.
Dispense supplements in office or virtually on one platform. First, choose from more than 300 practitioner-grade supplements. Craft a recommendation for your patient, they get notified and make a purchase. Then supplements are delivered right to their door. If you choose a margin account, you'll get a monthly direct deposit for supplement sales. We also support your patients with automatic refill reminders to keep them adhered to their wellness goals. Get started today.
Not in my house. No.
Jimmy, how there are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching Geico?
Happier than the Kembe Mutombo blocking a shot. Get happy. Get Geico.
Ricky Stenhouse getting ready to go play in the dirt. Alex Bowman was fastest in the first round of practice, but Christopher Bell, right here, was the fastest in the second half of that 50-minute session.
Well, that's important to point out, Mike, because we saw the track change dramatically, more of what we're going to see in the race. So I think that second half of the practice, plus, tire wear, maybe some people put new tires on, that's a really good indication of who is going to be strong or put up those laps.
You said it. What I'm looking for in practice 2 right here is this tire wear. For me, it set the stage as a topic of discussion. That is going to be what everybody's working for in this second practice. We've got to figure out, we got a 70-lap stage. We got to get to the end. We're showing chords in 30 laps. That can't happen, Jack.
Okay, so what are you going to do? You're crew chief and driver down there talking about it. You're looking at those tires. How are you going to fix it?
Well, the first thing I can do as a driver is get my foot out of the gas up off the corner. Got to keep this thing rolling. Find speed without spinning those tires.
Here's Jamie with more on tires.
Hey, you guys, one of the surprises in the top 10 in that first practice was Cole Custer. Well, there's a reason why. He was going all out. 39 laps. Here's his tires. The right rear tire, like the slicks we normally run at Bristol Motor Speedway. Something everyone down here is watching and trying to manage right now.
Hey, if this track stays as hard-packed and as black slick as it is, some slick tires might not be a bad thing, but I'm not so sure as much tread left after those. You get all the way down, those treads get down.
You know, our crew chief going into this, you know, everybody's trying to forecast what to expect, right? And we're starting to check some of these boxes off. I'm telling you, the tire wear is the thing. We came into this weekend, Larry's like, absolutely no way I'll pit you. I'm not so sure. I think there could be some people pitting having to pit because their tires are wore out. Top of the board, 20.17 seconds, 89 miles an hour around Bristol.
So the sun's starting to set here in Bristol, and you see that dust. It's going to be difficult to look through going into turn 1.
Not sure what the weather's going to be on Sunday, but the race will be close to ending right about this time. So if it's sunny, it could be a factor. Or we're needing our snorkel to go with those goggles.
Yeah, with the weather in the forecast, it's going to be very interesting. Going back to the unpredictability of a dirt track, you know, in my opinion, that's what's so exciting about this. There's just massive amounts of unpredictability going into Sunday's race.
And I think that's important for fans that are coming to Bristol. If it is raining on Sunday, do not assume the race is postponed. You can tolerate a certain amount of rain and still run.
Clint and I were here yesterday. Unbelievable how much rain this track got in. And because it's packed so hard in the banking, it runs off this track extremely fast.
Yeah, I can't believe, I mean, the drainage system for this track is just incredible. I'm talking poured rain. And you look down the outward field and it's completely dry, no water standing anywhere. Blows me away.
You know, guys, I've been listening to your conversation about this tire wear, and I've been watching intently the truck practice. Of course, we had the earlier cup practice. And I think three things are on the agenda. Clint, you addressed one. Not buzzing the tires off the corner. I go back to something that I said in the first practice. Maybe we want to take a little of that bottom end torque away, where it doesn't buzz the tires. But the biggest thing I'm going to work on is trying to put rear grip in the car, but not do it by giving up front turn. We heard some drivers talk about that in that first practice.
The other thing you just said right there, you tipped me off of my comment. You're going to want to work on turn because you got to keep momentum up. When a track's slick like this, momentum is key. You can't stop and go. When you stop and go, you got to buzz the tires. You're trying to get all that inertia on this heavy car back up out of the corner. You've got to be able to turn good to keep this speed, your momentum up to keep those tires rolling.
Hey, fellas, the old Bristol is back, baby. Look at this move here. 37, Ryan Preece. Gonna give a little, hey, he doesn't even really touch it, but he moves Joey Logano up off the bottom. Maybe touches him a little bit right there. When Joey goes up wide, he makes that move right around the bottom.
That's going to be the anticipation of that. That's the old Bristol. You watch those cars holding up people, man, tell your buddy, hold on. Cover your ears, it's going to get loud. Somebody's going to be mad and probably throwing a helmet before it's all said and done. They're going to move you.
Now, 3 of the spotters have a podcast, Door Bumper Clear, that they tape on Mondays, and I guested with them on Monday, and this was a topic. How hard is it going to be to see from the roof down to the racetrack? I know we're having trouble from the booth.
Typical spotter, man. It's like they think they're the show these days. You know, how am I going to see? There ain't no dust. Hey, they'll be in this. I guarantee you, give them another year, they'll be in their own suites.
Oh, hold on. Dirt racers don't have spotters.
Nah,
come on now.
You can't tell them that. No, they do a good job of that show. Brett Griffin, my old spotter, Freddie Kraft, those guys, so funny.
They, DJ Majors, they have a good time, that's for sure. Final practice, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Chase Briscoe, fastest.
These days, we want sophisticated, but simple. In other words, we want a hybrid, and so do retailers. That's why they're taking a smarter hybrid cloud approach with IBM to manage complex supply chains while predicting demands with ease.
I'm a Verizon engineer. We built our 5G nationwide so millions of people could do what they love in Verizon 5G quality. And in parts of many cities, we have ultra-wideband, the fastest 5G in the world. This is 5G built right, only from Verizon.
Still your best friend, and now your co-pilot. Still a father, but now a friend. Still an electric car, just more electrifying. Still a night out, but everything fits in. Still hard work, just a little easier. Still a legend, just more legendary. Chevrolet, making life's journey just better.
So you want to make the best burger ever? Then make it. That means selling everything. And eating nothing but cheese so you can find the perfect slice. Even if everyone asks you, another burger truck? Don't listen to them. That means cooking day and night until you got paid. That means adding people to the payroll. Hi, Mom. That means best burger ever.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, banking, and live bookkeeping.
That's the sound of refreshment. No question about it.
I got a question. Does camouflage actually work?
Let's see.
Wow. Huh.
Did not see that coming. Kind of the point.
Bristol Concrete, Bristol Dirt. That's where we are this weekend. In our record book, it's going to show up as two different racetracks because of the two different surfaces, even though the distance is the same. Say cheese. Oh! Say grater. Ouch. Now, some folks on Twitter are saying, is that black in the track the dirt wearing down to the concrete? No, there's a couple of feet of dirt there.
You see the 5-car running high right here. This is going back to our topic of discussion with saving tires and taking care of them. Finding that brown, not running in that black slick, that saves those tires. That's something that the experience of being on dirt with his background is helping him do. That's exactly, obviously it's probably some speed, but it's helping taking care of those tires.
And then going back to what Mike was saying, this dirt is so tight to try. They want this to get black slick. That's the rubber from the tires making this track black. That is dirt. It just is more like, it's almost like a paved dirt track.
Well, something that is always constant at Bristol, no matter the surface, is lap traffic. Martin Truex.
Clear bottom. Go. Hey, get out of the way. 5-car in your mirror here. Been working third lane out back. Taking some defense out if you want to see it. Yeah, I want to go.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what we want to hear. He's mad already. It's practice. Wait till 250 laps of this Sunday, Martin.
But I'm going to tell you what, he's following Larson. He went up top there. I think he's picked up a little bit of time.
How about this? Denny Hamlin, Corey LaJoie going at it.
Two lanes here. I like it. Two different grooves. Wow. One goes up top, another goes down to the bottom.
And pretty well the same on tires right there. Both of them are in the same lap time as tires, so that's an even matchup tire-wise.
Fourth fastest is William Byron, Jamie.
Well, one of the big changes for this Sunday, the normal pit crews at Over the Wall will not be here at Bristol. Rudy Fugel on the 24 told me with limitations to the roster for COVID, he opted to bring the mechanics and even engineers to go over the wall and service these cars on Sunday. They can work on them and service them. And Mike, you can elaborate a little bit more on the idea of non-competitive pit stops that we'll see during this race.
Yeah, you'll be allowed to pit and gain fuel and tires during the stage breaks, but the cars will line up after the stage break the way they came onto pit road. So you're not racing on and off pit road.
Uh-oh, Ty Dillon with an issue. I wouldn't be surprised if he clipped one of the
Dirtles.
What do we call it? Dirtles?
Dirtles. Well, let's see. Down
at the inside of the track, there are white painted, well, they were white painted squares. Yeah. To keep you from going too low, and he got one.
Good up there, buddy. That's really good. Just hit that prop one there. Can't see him when you're coming down across the track like that. Down, got the left front pretty good.
So this is something that I actually made the comment, they need to keep those things painted. I agree with Ty. I've said it during the break in between practice sessions. Those things need to be painted. Getting into turn 3, it's covered up for people going over it, hitting. That's valid. You can't see it. Right there. It's down. There's one down there that you can't see right there.
And one of the reasons you want to run down there, if sometimes there's a little bit of moisture that you just get your left front, your left rear on, that might give you a little more speed, a little more grip. They're searching for that. That's why he ran so low.
Hey, Clint, that voice you heard for Ty Dillon and Spotter, that's his dad, Mike Dillon. I think Pops did a little spotting for you one time, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, I heard him. You know, Mike was probably the most fun that I've ever had, you know, in the car. We had so much fun. He's a mess. Not like I am. So we were collectively a mess.
Hold on, how did two messes?
Oh, it was a disaster.
He was a salesman, though. He told you one time at Auto Club when you hit the wall, it'll be faster now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Then he was telling me that, are you okay? That looked like it hurt. The tire blew out.
These days, we want sophisticated, but simple. In other words, we want a hybrid, and so do retailers. That's why they're taking a smarter hybrid cloud approach with IBM to manage complex supply chains while predicting demands with ease.
Only Verizon gives you more of the best. 5G from America's most reliable network. More plans you can mix and match and save. More of the entertainment you love. And the phone you want on us. All starting at just $35. Only from Verizon.
Can we even afford this house?
I'm pretty sure we can.
Pretty sure. With Rocket Mortgage, you can be certain.
What's the difference?
I'm pretty sure these Hornets aren't the murdering type.
Certain.
Let's go with certain.
When you need to be certain about how much home you can afford, so you want to make the best burger ever, then make it. That means selling everything. And eating nothing but cheese so you can find the perfect slice. Even if everyone asks you,
Another burger truck?
Don't listen to them. That means cooking day and night until you get, you got paid. That means adding people to the payroll. Hi, Mom. That means best burger ever.
Intuit QuickBooks helps small businesses be more successful with payments, payroll, banking, and live bookkeeping.
Reggie Miller chose to bubble at Wendy's so he could wake up with the official breakfast of March Madness.
Reggie!
Kenny Smith chose somewhere else.
I made the wrong choice.
Fine, Kenny.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast of March Madness.
Got a junk show? Get decked. Get easy access to all your tools and gear. Get to the job site, your camp, or the trail ready to go. Load it up and get after it. Decked is secure, weatherproof. It has a 2,000-pound payload. It's made right here in the U.S. of A. And backed by a 3-year warranty. So get after it. Get all in. Get decked.
We want you to win some of Clint's $25,000 on Sunday. The Fox Bet Super 6 Stage 2 contest. Just download the app, pick 6 race outcomes about Stage 2 for your chance to win part of that total. It's free to play. So don't miss out.
Mike, what do you mean some of his money? We want him to win all of it.
Well, that's pretty good. You're getting close. $25,000 I'm giving away this week. Come get it, folks. Most laps run. Kyle Larson, Martin Truex, Tyler Reddick, Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin in this session. And Kyle Larson leads all the consecutive lap categories.
Nothing to go away.